give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can. Come on, let it.
When we look around us in the world today, we can all see that politics still is a major factor in running all of the world's governments. In the United States, I'll be sharing from that vantage in a moment, but even as we watch the news and what's going on in Cairo, Egypt, people and civil unrest is all around the world. And largely it's reflective of several things, and I don't want to become theological, but when the economics of the world shifts and people get tired of being poor and marginalized, eventually they rise up. Even Nelson Mandela, who is now just came out of the hospital very recently, his life is a testimony of people rising up. And grassroots organization. From what I've known of the PLP, we've always been a grassroots organization. And that is what has attracted me to the PLP, the fact that it starts out with the common man. And that is something that we can never lose. Why are we here? Why do we want to elect him? And what difference is he going to make? What is our mandate? And what does he bring to the table? What will change in the face of Carmichael because we've elected Danny Johnson? Do we just want another person that's just going to say they are the Carmichael representative and they don't bring anything to the table? Things can be better if we do this together. And this, of course, is voting, and this is supporting this man in an effort to try to change Carmichael.
You need to get to know every single PLP. You need to get to know every single FNM. And Pastor Davis is absolutely correct. In our society, other than some specific constituencies, like a Spanish Wells, like a Long Island, like probably a Harbor Island, which is PLP, Spanish Wells is FNM. You basically have constituencies, and particularly here in New Providence, which is by and large 40% of hardcore PLPs and 40% of hardcore FNMs. Give and take 1 or 2%. Then you have 20% there who really are not committed to any political party. But if you are able to get your message to them, and if you're able to have a good candidate like you have in Carmichael, then you're able to win the majority of that 25% in order to win the election. Most of our constituencies, I believe, were won by less than 60% of the votes, most of them. It is the party that we are trying to ensure is successful in terms of winning the government of the Bahamas. And it's only going to happen to the extent to which we are properly organized in every single constituency, in every single polling division, throughout the length and breadth of the Bahamas. You have to pay very close attention and assist people in getting registered in the proper polling division. Because again, if boundaries are changed, one of the ways they are changed is by moving a polling division from one constituency to another. If you do your job, once they are registered and once you're out there, you should be able to tell if they're in the right polling division.
When you got the loyal set of people with you and got your back, your campaign, the candidate campaigns become much easier for him and becomes much winnable for the party. That's what's important. All of us got to be a part of it. Carmichael, St. Cecilia's, being in Grandstand is nothing like United States of America. Campaign is local. Bahamians cater to local talk and local things, and that's where we got to keep it. So whilst we welcome all of that and we hear that, we got to understand that. That's me. 2 minutes. Thank you.
All of the campaign and all the big numbers, all of this and that, what you see prior to election day, don't mean nothing if you don't have your act together on election day. It's called polling day. Usually there is 3 persons allowed inside that will support each candidate. There will be the presiding officer, his agent, and there will be a police officer and the voter. And if you see at any given time that number swells beyond that, you should give rise to concern, alert the presiding officer and say, look, there are too much people in here, you need to get some of them out. Don't allow them to crowd your station so that you can keep a clear head, you can make proper records, and you would know where you're headed by midday. You should know exactly where you are. You should know exactly how many handicapped voters would have come in, who needs to get picked up, who, whatever. You should know at least by midday where you stand. And if you don't know by midday where you stand, you're in trouble.
You got to have the right man. You need to know what your message is going to be. You got to have your mission intact. And if you read this invitation that we sent out, it says, get ready, understand the mission. Yep, and we go out with one mission. In every ball game, you don't see two balls in play. There's only one ball. There's only one goal. That's why I don't see the confusion these people have in these organizations around this country. There's only one thing we're supposed to be doing. The PLP came to power in '67 on what? A socio-economic agenda. Okay? That's all we came to power on. That's all we're supposed to be doing. Helping people and making money. All right? Helping people and making money. Get people sorted out, get the pie bigger. If you don't know how to do it, sit down, shut up. Let people who do it, do it. That's all people will know. Can you help them? How? This is what we are here to do. My thing is time management. You all got to tell me when I get up in the morning, where I need to go, who you need to see, when it's supposed to happen, what places we need to do, bam, 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 bam. There are three resources in a campaign. People, money, and time. Guess what's the most important of the resources? Time. The last election we get beat, not because all them things people talk about. Time. We started too soon, too late, sorry. So, the Carmichael branch, our team that we're putting forward, we begin today. Everyone else ain't started yet. Mr. Grimes said earlier, I know it scared him a little bit, that's why we going home to write these things down now. We begin now. And we can start now, we can get out in front, and if they running behind us, they can blow. The day after election, to have a little prayer breakfast. Notice we open with a blessing. Yep, and we continue that to celebrate our victory. And we look at what we had to do to get there. And that process begins now. On that day, you see who opened our day today? Reverend Trent Davis. He will continue in this campaign to be the main, young, vibrant, spiritual guide of our campaign team. All right? There will be no fancy changes in this campaign. On election day, Roger Minnis, who you all meet and see this morning, he will run election day. Okay? Danny Ferguson, who is in this corner, he is the campaign coordinator. Michelle Mitchell, sitting in the front there, she's going to handle fundraising. Sippy in the back there, he knows that everyone in this room has a role. You will pick that role and we're going to stick to the role. And we're going to practice every week until that day. And before the sun cracked, showered, and coming out the door. And we bursting through the door at dawn, like Junkanoo morning. We bursting through the door at dawn. And we hit the road. And we're coming in the night. The leadership of this campaign is sitting in this room today. And there are 40, 50 people here today. And they will bring maybe 10, 20 people with them. And that's how we can run this campaign. It'll be that simple. It's now time to speak up. You got to stand up for something. And we need to show up and win this damn election. You hear me? Stand up, show up, and win this election. If you don't, it is curtains for us. No joke. So on that note, folks, I thank you. I love all of y'all. You're going to see a lot of me. You can get to know me. I don't have anything to hide, you know, good, bad, and ugly. I ain't got nothing to hide. And we will have a good time. And I think with us in this room, you got the right people, you got the right time, you get the right result. Thank you for coming.
I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away